back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back again today with a pick a card reading for you. And today's pick a card reading, we're looking at the question, how does the person on your mind think that you view them? How do they think that you feel about them right this moment? This can be a no contact situation. This can be somebody that you're dealing with right now. But that's the question we're posing to Spirit, and what are their current thoughts about you? And if you're one of my returning subscribers, I just want to welcome you back. Thank you for your support of me and this channel. Your beautiful comments and your beautiful support of each other in the comment section is just wonderful to see, so thank you for that. And if you're finding yourself here for the very first time, please welcome. Join us, pull up a chair, grab yourself some snacks, a cup of tea, and we'll have a little bit of a chat because we're all friends when we gather at my table. So I do have 3 piles for you to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the frog spirit and the cream flower. Pile number 2 with the bat spirit and the yellow flower. And pile number 3 with the spider spirit and the pink flower. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, just know there may be a message waiting for you from Spirit today. Again, our topic is the person on your mind. How do they think you view them? How do they think you feel about them and the current situation that you find yourselves in, whatever that situation may be? And what are their current thoughts of you? I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Hello, everybody in pile number 1. You were drawn to the cream flower, or perhaps you were drawn to the frog spirit. And the frog spirit is truly a unique spirit because I feel as though there's a lot of divine feminine energy wrapped up in this reading. I feel like you could be the divine feminine watching right now, and this really represents somebody almost like the high priestess vibe of someone who navigates, you know, a spiritual realm and the physical realm very easily, somebody very spiritual, somebody with a deeper knowing. So this can represent your energy here, and it's something that is very valuable that Spirit wants to tell you that you possess just in your own energy. So we'll keep that in mind. So this person on your mind that you were thinking about, how do they feel that you view them and the current situation that you find yourselves in? So what are their assumptions about how you feel about them right this moment? So what are their assumptions about how you feel about them? How do they think you feel right this moment? Okay, so we are starting out here with the Queen of Pentacles. And we're starting out with the 4 of Pentacles. Very strong feminine energy here already, standing out with that beautiful Queen of Pentacles. Somebody very secure. There's a certain amount of, it's like, I don't want to say that they think you might be up on your high horse a little bit, but they do think that you worry about appearances a lot. They think that you worry about what people are going to say about you. They think you value appearances quite a bit, and they think you're very attractive. That's something that comes through, but they do think that you also share that opinion, and it's true. Like the fact is that you are very attractive, and it's okay to feel that way. The 4 of Pentacles, you know, talks about concern about the home, being concerned about losing what I've amassed. So there is this like fear of being vulnerable. So they sort of view you as someone who is a little bit standoffish, perhaps, when it comes to your emotions, even though you are actually somebody who is very inept at dealing with your emotions and you navigate them very well. But for them, it's like they're on the outside of the situation. They think that you're kind of closed off emotionally. We have the 9 of Wands here, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy coming in. How do they think you view them? There's a sense of, despite your appearance, they assume that you still hold a flame. So this could be a situation where you're not actually in contact with this person, or perhaps it's just like you play hard to get, or you've played hard to get throughout your connection. But they think that despite these appearances, despite these feelings of refusal to show weakness, they see you as somebody very exceptionally strong. They think that you still hold that flame for them. How do they think you view them? Whoops. The beautiful Judgment card. They think that ultimately you would like to kind of have a fresh new start, and that you're really just waiting to kind of release your truth to them. that you've been holding back for a very long time and putting on a show perhaps, but it's like they think that there's this chance that the two of you could have this closure or this new start coming in with the beautiful Judgment. I love this card because it's like the spirit is free. And in this Queen of Pentacles, her arms are crossed. She's kind of closed off. That Pentacle's in front of her. She's acting like she's unbothered, but truly, this person assumes that you want to just be free to be yourself around them, be free to express your true feelings. We have the Page of Swords already on the back of the deck. So they think that you could be watching them or keeping tabs on them. This could be wishful thinking on their part, but they assume that you may even be married to the messages coming through, that you may actually have a family situation. What do they assume you feel for them? What do they think you feel for them? We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, they think that there's unfinished business here. And despite where you're sitting in your life right now, they assume that you want more out of this connection. And this Two of Wands, she's got this one in the corner, this sitting over here, but she's got all this curiosity about this other wand. And she's looking out the window. So it's like, I'm stable in my situation. I have some of the things that I want in life. And they have this assumption that you are very stable right now, but that you still hold a flame, that you're still holding on to the hope that there could be more, the hope that there could be even closure. And that word keeps coming in to my mind. Queen of Swords. So like I said, they think you're a little bit closed off emotionally. They think you come across a little bit cold, perhaps. There's this streak of sarcasm, perhaps, about you as well, that they appreciate, but sometimes it can be a little cutting because they wonder if there's some truth behind that. So take that as it resonates. So if you could be a very sarcastic person, and maybe that's how you sometimes deal with your a discomfort and in a sense where you are supposed to share more emotional a more emotional side of yourself. So in moments when you're supposed to be more vulnerable, you tend to kind of move to sarcasm. So there's a coldness about you. I don't want to say they're scared of you, but there is this message coming through like you're tough and you are a leader in your own life and you don't take any gall or guff from other people. So there's this sense of, I'm a little bit intimidated by this person. And they think that you're, again, they think that you are acting cold because you're putting on a show. High Priestess, there's the frog. You are actually very emotional. You are very intuitive. But the High Priestess is very secretive about who she shares things with. She's very choosy because the information that she has and the wisdom that she's gained is hers and hers alone. And she holds on to that very... I don't want to say she's greedy about it, but even with the Four of Pentacles here, she is greedy about it, greedy about her emotions. So this person thinks that maybe you hide your truth quite a bit, and well, they think you do a great job at it. But there's this deeper mystery to you as well. There's a mystery to you that they're really curious about. And they also assume that you're curious about them, that you want to unravel the mystery of this connection. We do have the Empress. So for some of you watching, they have the knowledge that you're a parent. They have the knowledge that you are actually, again, in some sort of commitment here, because we do have the Four of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles in a very stable situation. The Empress can represent, motherhood and compassion and all those beautiful components that moms bring into our lives. So they are acknowledging that you have a family, perhaps. We do have the Six of Wands here at the back of the deck with the Eight of Wands. So they think you want to communicate with them as well. And again, a lot of this is like wishful thinking. Like they really wish that this is how you feel. They really want you to feel this way. But the Six of Wands can sometimes represent somebody, again, who is victorious, who's successful, who's pushed through their obstacles, very secure. But it can also represent somebody who's sort of faking it till they make it. And there is this underlying desire for communication here at the Eight of Wands. They want to communicate with you and they assume you want the same thing. So let's switch gears a little bit and switch to their energy and see how are they currently feeling about you in this situation. This is how they assume you're feeling. We have the Two of Pentacles coming out. They assume you're feeling this way, so let's see how are they feeling currently about you. Current thoughts and feelings about you. Two of Pentacles, they're busy. They've got a lot of responsibilities. They could be juggling a lot themselves. We have the Queen of Wands. So there's a lot of attraction here, a lot of attraction towards you. And there's a fieriness towards this attraction. You could be the fire sign, they could be. But the Queen of Wands with this Queen of Swords are kind of well matched in the sense of that intimidation. They are intimidated by you. They are very curious about you, but it's like you do, whether they like it or not, you do wield power over their emotional state. And so they feel very indecisive about their movements and about what to do about this connection. Knight of Cups. It's like this energy of wanting to say all the right things and do everything right and take every right step. I could be a very sweet talker, could be very emotionally, though, a little bit closed off because a little bit fearful of what the Queen's going to say or do. So on the fence about whether to make that offer to you. If the Devil, Capricorn energy. So this person, again, could currently feel like they are actually stuck in some sort of commitment with this juggling type of mentality with the Queen of Pentacles. The message is coming in that you could be married, that they could be married, but something is holding them back from being able to make this walk towards you, to cross that stream, to be vulnerable. And I feel like it's an intimidation because they're matching how they think you feel. It's like, I'm going to meet them, you know, nose to nose. I'm going to meet them if they act, you know, if we met up and they acted like they were cold towards me, I would mirror that because I'm trying to self-preserve myself. And oftentimes, sometimes that Devil, you know, it really represents, you know, this connection that is addictive and codependent and just compulsive, and it feels like an entrapment sometimes. I do get narcissistic vibes sometimes when I see the Devil. And sometimes, you know, when we're looking at what other people assume we feel for them, it's like they're accusing us of how they actually feel about the situation. So, you know, they're worried that you're putting on a show, but they are actually, in fact, putting on a show themselves. How do they currently feel? Exactly, and that's what Spirit says right now. Two of Wands coming out. Two of Wands over the Two of Wands. Mirrored energy of how they think you feel. They are actually stuck in some sort of situation that they're not 100% happy in. And it's like, I have curiosities. I have desires for closure. I have desires for contact. And I desperately want the same reasoning to be in this person's mind, in your mind. But you can see that, you know, their backs are to each other. There's a stubbornness too about this person, and perhaps about you, or they think you share that same amount of stubbornness. Three of Wands. For some of you, I feel like there could be quite a distance in between you on a physical, actual, tangible level. I feel like you guys are many miles apart, and lots of fantasy have gone really into the desire to bridge that gap. So you could be in no contact right now with this person. You know, the Two of Wands grabs that inspired thought and starts to make a plan with it, and he hands it over here to number 3, and then he has to be the fool of the group. He has to take that first step. And there's hesitation here. And you can see, you know, there's hesitation, but it's pretty sunny. So there are beautiful, warm, fiery, I feel like very fiery, warm thoughts about you, especially with the Queen. But there's also that little bit sense of danger to the situation. Your current thoughts and feelings for you. The King of Pentacles. Mirrored energy here for sure. We had the Queen with how they think they feel like The two of you are actually very well partnered up. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy. There's this sense of yin to my yang, you know, practically you guys looked really good on paper together. I feel like the two of you look good together as well. There's a certain amount of physicality where the two of you just, it makes sense. If people saw the two of you together, it'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. You're both gorgeous. A sense of a decision needing to be made though. And sometimes, you know, the Devil with the Chariot, very strong major arcana here. You know, there is a decision to be made. Which decision do I make? And I have to make it to, you know, in order to make it, I have to break myself of something. Could be some sort of addiction, could be some sort of tether to a physical place, person, situation, but they have to make that choice. We do have the Ace of Wands though at the back of the deck, and there's this message of like, I'm trying to make it, but something is holding me back. Eight of Swords. The fact is though, is that with the Eight of Swords, that is something that we hold ourselves back. It's a mental entrapment that we put ourselves in. It's a perceived entrapment because we truly do wield the power over our own situation. This Cancer energy, you know, he's all kind of done up for battle because he's made a choice and he's charging towards it, and he's got to be prepared for that. So there could be, again, that message of somebody being stuck in something, but it's something that they have stuck themselves in. This person does wish to bridge that gap. They do wish to kind of clarify the situation, if only to get closure here, because they do think about you quite a bit. How do they think you feel? How do they think you feel? There's no place like home. They have this assumption that you are actually attached to a home, to a place, that you have a lot of responsibilities that you're juggling. But I feel like this is the very same situation for them. We do have regeneration. So there is a message coming through that the two of you share this mirrored hope or desire that even though things appear right now to be done, and for some of you, they feel like they've been done for a while, even though there's a sense of that, and the two of you have actually truly built up some sort of home life with other people, perhaps, or perhaps even on your own, but there's a sense of, I feel like it's not over. And there's still fantasy involved here. You can see even the distance doesn't make a difference to the intensity of that fantasy. It's still fiery underneath the surface despite the no contact. So a regeneration is almost expected or hoped for here. We do have Treasure Island on the back of the deck. Really speaks about patience and putting our intentions out into the universe in order to with a happy and grateful heart, in order to usher in positive energy in the future. But understanding that that takes time. Children, your love life is being affected by children. That Empress, very much a mother type quality, as well as the King and Queen of Pentacles. You know, they have a stable home life. We have Flirt, extend your lighthearted energies to others. And we have healing family issues. I do feel like there could be family situations here. So take that as it resonates. I feel like there was a lot of flirtation in the past of this connection. And that's something that still fuels them. The flirtation from the past still fuels them to this day. Still fills them with excitement. In truth, we have renewal. And it's kind of like that regeneration card. You know, despite, you know, the thawing of the winter, they want kind of a new chance, an opportunity. We have impatience, growing impatience, and he's climbing up towards that moon. I'm impatiently waiting to kind of reveal my truth. I'm impatiently waiting to cross that river here. We do have quest, and the Knight of Cups is sitting right there, like he's on some sort of quest in life in general. I wish I could sit, please, Spirit. We have separation, sadness, missing you. So they are currently in separation from you, perhaps, and they are really missing this situation or missing this connection. And they don't know what the future holds. And it's interesting because the Knight of Cups doesn't know what the future holds. He gallops in with good intentions often and a wonderful love offer, but he doesn't always have a plan of forever because he's too young and he doesn't have time to make forever plans, but we do have keys on a ring, many options, decisions with the Chariot here, unconventional one-night stand. So the fantasies kind of evolve into that place. But let's get a couple of messages from them directly. What would this person say to you right now? What do they wish they could say right this moment? I'm feeling stuck. Ultimately, I feel stuck. I don't know how much longer I can, you know, be in this situation. And I did make a big mistake here with you in this connection. I'm coming forward with an offer. And for some of you, that Knight of Cups in the future position here with the Chariot and the Devil shows them wanting to make a change, wanting to break free from some sort of commitment that is holding them back here. I want you to know that I miss you regardless of how things look on the outside. And they assume that you feel that same way, because that's what this, you know, this whole entire reading started with, was how do they think you view them? And they really think that you're kind of putting on a really good show, but chomping on the bit of wanting that future with them, wanting to be able to express yourself. The thought of you with someone else drives me crazy is on the back of that deck. How do they feel right now? I don't know how you feel. I don't know how you feel. There's confusion. They don't 100% know, so they kind of create that fantasy in their head. And they just happen to mirror it to their situation because that's what they're hoping for the most. It's like their ego is really putting all of their eggs in that basket. I'm scared that you're forgetting all about me. I can't stay away any longer. There's some sort of urgency. Something's building up, brewing. But I thought I had more time in the past. It will never be over for me. I am aglow with thoughts of you. We also have home is wherever you are. And you know, it's interesting when that card came up, because as that card came out, I was thinking about this no place like home card. And, you know, often these things, these situations that bind us, that we feel really entrapped in, like I said, we have control over those situations. And these home lives that we're protective of, or these situations that we're so protective over, oftentimes, you know, we are meant to move forward. We are meant, if we feel like we're stuck, it's for a reason. It's kind of divinely guided. And of course, Spirit will walk with you in whatever decision you make. You know, they never tell you where to go or what to do. And they will work with you in whatever position you find yourselves in to gear you towards your highest good. But often these intrinsic feelings of stuckness, of complacency, they're there for a reason. Back of deck says, I want to be your knight in shining armor. Let's get a charm bowl for you, please. A charm bowl for group number 1. How does their person think they view them? How do they think they view them? We have the Justice card. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the King of Swords in the bowl so far with the teeny tiny tarot. You know, oh, it's kind of glary. You know, that Justice card, this person assumes you have a lot of responsibility, and that you are sort of, you try to do the right thing. You try to do the right thing in life, and when you have a responsibility or something on your plate, you do the job to the best of your ability. But they do feel like there's something fated about the two of you, and they are sort of trying to clarify what that is. I don't feel like they could use the language of soulmate or twin flame or that sort of thing, but they wonder if there's something more to this, because there's a reason that they can't seem to cut you out, that they can't seem to let go of you mentally. So they do assume that there's something destined about this, and they assume that they're going to get a chance to clarify things as well. I did drop one on the floor. Oh, it's the pizza, the pizza pie. So we have Pisces energy in the bowl. We have the letter T. We have friend. This could be a friend from the past. We have kind, brave, strong, true, happy, thankful. These are qualities they think you possess. We have always. And we do have the mermaid. The mermaid can be a symbol of a siren calling out to me with their energy. And it feels dangerous, like it's pulling me away, asking me to do something dangerous. We do have the anchor in the bowl because somebody feels stagnant in their situation. We have a blue forget-me-not as well. I think it's blue. Let me, yep, the blue forget-me-not. They're worried that you're forgetting all about them, and that card came out for you. So I find that very interesting. We have the arrow. It's like a loss of direction. It's pointing upwards. It's like I don't know which direction to even go anymore in this connection. We do have the star, so Aquarius energy with the starfish, and we also have the flat shell, which makes me think of the Empress, which we had here. So motherhood is a theme as well. All right, group number 1, that is what I have for you. The person on your mind, how do they think you view them? How are they currently feeling about you? If this resonated, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on videos that I post. I hope that you come back and visit me here on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care. Hello, everybody. In group number 2, you were drawn to the yellow flower, to the bat spirit, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, how do they assume you feel for them? How are you feeling about them in this connection? What are their assumptions, and how are they currently feeling about you? So we do have the bat spirit here with this moon imagery, and I am getting this message that for some of you, you are in no contact, 100% no contact, like 0%. They have cut you off, or you have cut them off due to time, space, whatever the reason. But there's just this, I have to feel you through vibration alone, because the bat is a blind animal mostly, and it goes out into the night. Through vibration alone, it finds food, it finds sustenance. So the only thing holding this connection together is this energy, this energetic exchange that's happening, but it does feel intense. It is something that they seek out, or that you seek out, and it is something that they definitely feel. There's definitely an interchange here. So how does this person assume you feel for them? What are their assumptions about how you are feeling about this situation, about them? You have the Ace of Pentacles. So they assume that you want to talk. They assume that speaking to them is a very valuable a prospect for you, that would be something that would really make you happy. Perhaps here we do have the King of Pentacles. So they could be an earth sign. They don't have to be. You could be the earth sign as well. Again, you don't have to be. But the Father of Pentacles, it's like they assume that you want some sort of security out of this, or they assume that you want to get answers. Four of Swords, and that you're tired of being in disconnect. There's a beautiful sense of friendship here. There's a beautiful sense of like, I miss a friend, and I just want to feel that security again. Like there was a lot of security in that relationship in the past, and there's a real sense of friendship here. So you could be asking about a friend, or perhaps this is a friend that you hoped would move into a romantic situation and never did. I did see the Three of Pentacles on the back of the deck. So you could have wanted to build a foundation with this person, or perhaps you're building a foundation now, but they are acknowledging that they think that you miss their friendship and that you would like to communicate with them. But, and again, they are acknowledging that there has perhaps been a long period of time, because we have this King of Pentacles. You know, it's not the Page, or it's not the Knight, it's the King. And, you know, he has evolved to that position. He has grown into this position. So for some of you, they're really acknowledging the fact that it's been a long time, and perhaps there needs to be almost a revisit of the connection 100%. Like you need to get to know them again. How do they think you feel? The Knight of Cups. They think that you still have a little thing, but you're still hesitant to be honest about it. Perhaps in the past, again, it was difficult to move out of this friendship realm and into a more romantic situation, and there was a hesitancy to be vulnerable. So I feel like there was a lot of flirting back then, a lot of talk and no action. This Knight of Cups goes galloping in, or in this case, swimming in. It could be a water sign. Swimming into the situation with a lot of talk, a lot of baubles, a lot of shiny things, but doesn't really make it to this point of forever. It doesn't really make it to a point of stability. Can never quite get there. But there is this message that they have grown up. They want to slip that in here about how they feel like you're feeling. They're like, let me just slip in that I've grown up. We have the Ten of Wands. They feel like They do feel like not speaking with them or not having contact with them is a burden to you with the Ten of Wands. They think that there was something between the two of you in the past that is like at this state of like eruption almost with the 10. It's like it should have gotten to the finish line. It should have went to this place, and there was something that halted it, that stopped it from happening. We have the Temperance coming out. We also have Leo coming out with the Temperance card and the Nine of Wands. I don't normally grab them, but I felt called to, so I normally just grab the top card of what I can see, but Spirit told me to grab that one as well, so I will grab them. So we have Leo energy here as well. The Temperance card, it's like there's this message coming through, like they assume that the inaction in the past is boiling up inside of you. They assume that it's hard for you to resist the idea of this connection, that it's bringing you anxiety. There's some reason why they think that you could be losing sleep or dreaming about them. Perhaps they're dreaming about you. Again, there is this kind of weird kind of connection between the two of you. Not really weird, I don't want to use that word, but this connection between the two of you that they don't quite understand, but that they can feel you in a sense. And they think that you could be losing sleep or having anxiety here. It's like they think it's a struggle for you to maintain distance. But there's this call for patience here with the Temperance card. And the Temperance, you know, is about alchemy. It's about mixing together. There is the underlying idea that you want to be physical, that you want some sort of like, it's almost like I want a guarantee of your affections in this way. If you could be physical with me, I would know that you definitely don't want to be in the friend zone. You definitely want to have me as a partner. And there's so much hesitation. They assume that you are still pining for them in that way because you never had the opportunity to move it along. This could be their energy as well. Like, this could be how they are truly feeling. And it's like, I don't want to admit it to myself, but this is how I'm truly feeling. And like, this is what happened in the first pile. They didn't know they were mirroring their desires and how they hoped the person felt. So this could be happening as well. This person could be mirroring how they hope you feel for them. We have the Tower, though, with the Mother of Swords. So there's something about, we also have the Eight of Cups on the back of the deck with the Lovers. They assume that you regret walking away from this connection and making the decision that you did. And they also have this message coming through with the Queen of Swords and that the Tower, that this was an abrupt, perhaps, departure from one another, that it was an abrupt ending, and that you regret that. You may actually be at the helm of that if you are the Divine Feminine here. That you were the cause of the departure, you were the cause of the disconnect, and that it was a very quick decision, a very fast departure, and that you have a lot of regret in that quick decision because it came in and it changed everything and it was chaotic. It broke down something that had a lot of potential, that had already grown roots inside both of you, and it chopped it off out of the blue. So there is this underlying assumption that you feel bad or that you regret making such a quick decision to walk away, or making such choosing someone over this person, because the Lovers at times can be about decisions, can be about choices between two parties. Lots of attraction here too. The World shows that they assume that you want closure here, that you want to speak to them. Again, we started out with that message here with the Ace of Pentacles. So they are kind of saying, you know, you were at the helm. If you're the Divine Feminine here, that you were at the helm of the disconnect, and that you made a choice and that you're regretful in that. So let's see how they are currently feeling about you in this connection. We'll use the Crow Tarot. How are they currently feeling and thinking about group 2, please? We have the Ace of Swords. So they're saying that during this time of disconnect, they've tried to get a lot of clarity, and they think about you a lot. That's the message coming through as well. We have the Judgment card coming out. They do think about you quite a bit. They think about the past a lot. Do have this poppy here, and I always think about Flanders Fields. The Judgment card is about, you know, putting the past behind us. It's like and that's the thing with the Tower too, is it really talks about change, that forces change that can't be returned to the previous state. It forces it to change completely. And there is this essence here with that imagery in the back of the card of everything in the past on fire. It's like we have to put the past away. Everything has changed. There are changes. Whatever we were, if we were in this friendship zone, even that has changed. And I would like a brand new start, or at least brand new clarity to bring us up out of this smoke. It's like the smoke hasn't even cleared yet. We do have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands can be somebody who is really trying to fake it till they make it in life. But there is this sense of a hope of victory, of being victorious, of being able to sort of let the smoke clear and see what's left. And we do have the King of Wands. Because underneath it all, there is still a fire. And there is fire energy here. Lots of Leo energy. There's still passion for you. There's still such a strong curiosity. They want you to see them in that light. They don't want to be in that position. They want to be a leader. They want to be somebody that you find attractive. And they have a lot of fantasies about that. We have the Chariot. Cancer energy. We have the Moon. Wow. So the Chariot with the Ace of Swords, they're really, they know that the clarity is there. They understand what it's like. They've had time to really evaluate everything that happened and their role in it, inaction and action. And it's like they have to make a choice. They know that. And I feel like almost the choice, because the clarity is already there. The choice has already been made. They've already made this choice of what they want to do. They do want to bring about happiness here, victory. Or at least, in the very least, they want the smoke to clear so that they can see what's left. You know, they want to see what's left of the rubble is the message coming through. And that's where this hesitancy comes from. Because right now they are in a bit of a negative mindset in the now of, you know, while we're doing this reading, there's a bit of a negative undertone to their feelings, because the Moon here talks about our hidden feelings, what we submerge, our insecurities about ourselves, our insecurities about the situation. How are they currently thinking, feeling? Queen of Pentacles. They want some security in this situation. And they want to be someone who is viewed as the person that is victorious. There is a certain amount of ego associated with this as well. There's still a lot of pain, I feel like, associated with this Tower energy and what happened in this connection in the past. There's still a lot of pain associated with that. It's almost like I want to say it's almost like a shock that they're still in about the choice that was made and how abruptly that choice was made. So there is this sense of, I do want to maintain my composure. I do want to maintain appearances. The Hanged Man. And the Five of Cups. Back of the deck here is the Devil, Capricorn energy, and Justice. Wow, we have lots of major arcana out of the pile for you today. So this Devil here at the back of the deck. Bound, you know, bound to you. Bound to you in a painful way, though. Like it does feel burdensome to them. I'm not going to lie and mince words about that. It does feel like a burden to them, an emotional burden. And they do feel unable to act in the situation with this Hanged Man energy, despite the fact that, you know, the Hanged Man, he truly isn't trapped. He can let himself down. But there's a certain amount of pride now associated with this person. They have a certain amount of pride because of the things that happened in the past. So they're maintaining their composure. And they're trying to just go with the flow here. and allow things to happen naturally. They're just kind of letting the situation unfold because they don't feel like they have the power in it. And they do have a pride issue here. They want to look victorious. They don't want you to know that this got the better of them. We do have the Five of Cups, though, which kind of gives them away. Gives away their true feelings. It's like they don't, even though there still is feelings here between the two of you, even though there's still this potential, and we can see it sitting here at these two cups, they don't see it right now because they are so hurt. They are feeling kind of hurt by what happened. And we have Justice underneath the Page of Cups. They're hoping that you'll come back. It almost feels like they're hoping that you'll come back with some sort of apology, or there'll be some sort of opportunity to open up and be more honest about feelings, because I feel like this decision you made, it could have been made out of frustration. It could have been made out of frustration because of inaction in the past, and it wasn't that you were trying to be hurtful, or it was just like, you know, I need to force change in my own life. I can't lay stagnant anymore. There was this codependency between the two of you that existed. And the Justice card does speak about, you know, what is right and true, and justice prevailing at the end of the day. So we hope that Spirit will bring that energy towards us and have this opportunity for a fresh new start. And Spirit says that could be coming in for you, but it is about, it could come in when you don't expect it to. You have serendipity, so you could see synchronized numbers, or this person's name, or just something associated with them all the time. It's like reminding you. It's almost like taunting. We also clean it up. This is a card from Spirit that reminds us to stay grateful in the positive, or in the now, in the present moment. And that's really a reminder for all of us when we see the Five of Cups, because so often we miss the opportunity. And this message has been coming a lot through Spirit lately. Spirit is really saying that a lot of people are really missing the opportunity of the present and what it holds for you, because we're always looking into the past and all these things we've done that we deem as these mistakes that truly, if we just reflect upon it, we could grab what we learned from it and use it to our advantage in the future. We can change our future based on what we've learned in the past. And the present moment holds that opportunity for us to keep a guard on our energy, to guard our reactions to situations so that we can carry in positive energy in the future. We do have new life at the back of the deck. And there is this underlying hope that somewhere out there, there is a place for the two of you. Card for you. We have bittersweet. When they think about you, it's like this mixed bag. They think about, and like I said earlier, with this poppy here, they think about you a lot, and they think about the good, but it does bleed into the bad. It starts out really good, and then it kind of reminds them that the two of you are in disconnect. You have confusion. There is a certain amount of confusion here. We also have the victim. So like I said, they're kind of in a negative mindset. They are kind of put themselves in a bit of a victim position. But there is a message here that there wasn't decision in the past. They really held back their truth in the past. And the message with the victim card is that we can't plant these things that have a lot of potential, these beautiful connections. We can't expect to put them in the ground at the wrong time in the middle of winter and expect something to sprout out of that. It's just the wrong time, and it's not ready yet, you know. It's a reminder to us to make those decisions and to leap into action, because, you know, nothing changes if nothing changes. And then when things change because of our inaction, we kind of put ourselves in a victim mentality and be like, well, why me? It's a great way for us to, again, clear up confusion, is if we take a really hard look at our own position and our own actions and how they contribute to our situation. And like I said, there are times when this person looks at the situation like you're the one that walked away very abruptly, perhaps, when in reality they should be looking at themselves and what kind of led you to that decision in the past. We do have at an impasse. So they are gaining clarity bit by bit. The moon imagery keeps showing up for this person. They are being urged by Spirit on an energetic level to truly reflect upon their own insecurities and their actions and what leads them to their position in life. We have instinct as well at the back of the deck. So I feel like they do wear kind of a mask. We have heartbroken. I was asking how do they feel about you. Sad, separation, heartbroken, grieving. They're grieving it. Even though they're trying to like act like they aren't, they're grieving it. Twin flames, yin yang, complementing each other. So they do feel like this could be something special, something more. And with all of these major arcana, I would be inclined to agree with them. We have seduction at the back of the deck, attraction, flirting, temptation, third-party interference. So perhaps you made a decision to kind of move away from them. So let's look at specific messages. What are they currently thinking and feeling for you? They're saying, I made a big mistake. I made a mistake in the past. It's like, I shouldn't pass the buck anymore because I also made mistakes. I am trying to become a better person. I'm growing, I'm learning. I feel like I've made my bed and now I have to lie in it sometimes. But despite all of the negative thoughts in my mind, I do want a new beginning. I want a fresh start. But again, it feels like it has to be a fresh start because of the, it's like that dumpster fire analogy. It's like I have to let that burn away. Have I dreamed about the life we almost had? And then also this message of I dream of being reckless comes out. So the dream of being reckless card always comes out for me if there's a third party, if you are already in a commitment. So that could resonate with you. It doesn't have to. But it always comes out when somebody just wants to charge in despite some sort of connection that could be entrapping them. They want to charge in and just be reckless with you. Back of deck says, I'm ready to act. What would they say if you're right here, please, Spirit? I'm scared that I've missed my chance. And I want you to know that my heart recognized you instantly. Oh. I'm trying to avoid disaster. They're trying to avoid disaster here. I'm thinking of you right this second. I've never been the same since meeting you. We have, I keep dreaming of the past. And I like that poppy keeps popping up as well. I do feel drawn to you like a moth to a flame. So there is that sense of entrapment with the devil. Like I can't stay away from you. They were only 3 little words, but I was too scared to say them. And I am working on being a better person. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group number 2. All right, group 2 charm bowl. How are they currently feeling? Oh, we got these 2 cards. One more. We have the Death card, the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So lots of water energy here. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. There could be a family situation. Take that as it resonates. There could be children involved with the 10 of Cups. There's also this underlying hope that it's like there is this underlying fantasy and hope from this person that you guys could have a family together one day. And they want a new opportunity to see where this connection could lead with the Page of Cups. They want to be able to offer some sort of emotional new offer, new start. But there is the message that for some of them, something would have to be put to bed in order for this to move forward. You have V flying out. What do we have? Okay, we have always, you, run, heart twice. So 2 of you with the hearts. So very mirrored energy here. Always run to you. We have the lips in the bowl. They desire kissing, perhaps. Take that as it resonates. We have a commandment from the bull that says, thou shalt not bear false witness. Don't lie. We also have made with love. We have a J in the bowl, a J and a V. And we have the star in the bowl, the starfish, Aquarius energy. But the starfish really speaks about healing from conflict, healing from past situations, healing yourself from within, and the ability that we have to do so. All right, group number 2, that is what I have for you. If this resonated with your situation, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and join this family that we're growing. Please hit the like button and the subscription or the notification bell so you don't miss out on videos that I post. I offer private readings on Etsy. The link is below. And if you go to the page and the listing page is empty, it just means I've sold out for that day, but I will be updating it the following day. I hope that you come back here, though, and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a great day today. Take care. Hello, everybody. In group number 3, you were drawn to this pink flower, or, whoops, it won't stay up there. And there goes my cross. Okay, so the pink flower will have to stay there, or the spider spirit. And this is your reading. The person on your mind, how do they assume that you feel for them and this situation that you find yourselves in? What are their assumptions about how you feel, and how are they currently feeling about you? The spider spirit, you know, when I saw this card come out, I instantly thought this is complicated. Like, it could be a complicated situation, but it's like I want to work on it. There's a sense of wanting to work on things, wanting to communicate how I feel. There's just a sense of weaving our own future together. So we'll have to see air energy here. We'll have to see what the situation is. How does this person assume you feel for them? What are their assumptions about how you view them, how you feel for them? How do they assume you view them or feel for them? Group 3, please. How do they assume you feel for them? We have the Queen of Swords, so air energy. Definitely could be that air sign. You could have met this person in school as well, as the message coming through. 8 of Cups. The Emperor. How do they assume you feel for them right this moment? And we do have the 10 of Pentacles. So let's clarify that first, please, Spirit. How do they assume that group 3 feels for them? Oh, I just saw the Empress. So you could be a mother or a parent. We do have the Knight of Cups. How do they assume you feel for them? The 8 of Swords. The Star. 10 of Coins. How do they assume you feel for them? The Judgment card. Back of the deck is the Page of Wands. And we have the 3 of Coins. Okay, so if we start on the back of deck energy, it's just sort of Spirit's way. If they had to choose one, kind of specific feeling or thought that they assume you're having, this person assumes that you could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but that you're very curious and you really want to sort of expand this connection. You would like to reach out. You'd like a fresh start. There's a lot of like physical curiosity wrapped up in this card. They assume that you are fantasizing about them a little bit. Now we do have the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Coins here. So there is this underlying message of no clarity, no contact perhaps with the 2 of Swords, and this mode of having to make a choice or a decision. The 3 of Coins can indicate somebody is building up a foundation with another person. So take that as it resonates. And that message sort of continued as I was shuffling the deck, because I did see the Empress. We do have the Emperor present, the Divine Masculine with the Divine Feminine, but it's like a hopefulness. This person is putting themselves in the Divine Masculine position for this reading, and it's just about energy. It doesn't have to do anything about gender, but they are putting themselves in this authoritative position, and they are making the assumption that you kind of have regrets about not being vulnerable in the past. They're sort of accusing you of being a little bit cold in the past with this Queen of Swords. She's kind of sarcastic too. She can be a little bit, she doesn't take any bull from anybody. She's a leader in her own situation, but she sometimes is too logical, too smart for her own good, because she sometimes doesn't even see love offers as they're presented, or she lets them pass her by. She holds herself back from being able to kind of move into what she truly wants at times, because we have this Knight of Cups who is vulnerable in making emotional commitments. He likes to be romantic. He loves love. He loves all of those things, but he doesn't like to be making an emotional commitment. That makes him a little bit nervous because he feels something holds him back from that feeling. So there is this essence that you could have walked away from the situation, or vice versa, but somebody walked away because there was no movement, or something was stagnant. It was something stuck. And this person assumes that you have regrets in that, that you regret holding yourself back from this connection here. Some of you, like I said, could have a new family, or have started a family, building up a foundation here with the Ten of Coins. And this person is actually indicating that they too may actually be a father figure, or a parent of some kind, and really building up a foundation. But they think that you want, despite all of these responsibilities that the two of you may have, they assume that you really want something fresh and that you're really holding out hope. Because we do have here, you know, the Star and the Judgment, Aquarius energy, just this real hope for a fresh new start, hope for a bright new future. They think that you're pining away a little bit for them, despite some of your responsibilities. So let's switch gears a little bit here and see how they are currently feeling about you. So how does Group 3's person feel currently about them? How does Group 3's person currently feel about them? How do they currently feel, please, Spirit? We have the Hierophant. This is the Wildwood Tarot. How do they currently feel about Group 3? We have the Two of Wands, Decision. How do they currently feel? We have the Three of Wands, Fulfillment. Whoops, lost one. We have Five of Pentacles and the Magician coming out. So we'll put those side by side. Let's clarify, please, Spirit. How do they feel currently about Group 3? We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. And we do have Strength, so Leo energy here. We also have the Lovers at the back of the deck, so we have, and the Seven of Pentacles. So we do have Gemini at the back of the deck here. Just move this out of the way for a moment. Lots of attraction for you, number one, as this back of deck energy, and it's almost like there is this acknowledgement of a deeper connection here, an acknowledgement of an intrinsic connection. This card specifically, there's this hand fasting involved, so there could be marriages here in place between the two of you, perhaps not together, obviously, but perhaps to other people, because there is this sense of decision, and it's almost like a choice was made in the past, perhaps, but there's almost this sense of impatience as well with the Seven of Stones. But it's like there's an opportunity in the disconnect in order to sort of create this healing. And you can even see it says healing at the back here. And I do feel like the two of you could actually be in disconnect, and that it maybe it's a pretty long period of time in which you have been in disconnect. But there's been this beautiful sense of healing, or an opportunity to heal this connection during that time. We go over here to the front of your reading on how are they currently feeling about you, and we have the Hierophant and we have the Eight of Cups, and it's sort of similar to your reading. We have the Eight of Cups here as well for you, with the Eight of Swords as well. So there's this like I've ascended, I've grown. Again, it's like they've taken advantage of the disconnect. They've really gained a lot of clarity in this time of being apart from you. And they've spent a lot of time healing, learning, taking on a leadership role in their own life, truly evaluating their feelings and how they feel about the situation. Truly, they put a lot of work into themselves and into their evolution. And they are presenting themselves as this leader, as this divine masculine. The emperor, or sorry, the emperor was here, but we also have this Hierophant who is, you know, he conforms to roles, but he truly elevates himself, and he climbs this ladder in life on an energetic scale and on a practical level. But we do have the Eight of Cups. It says rebirth. They are saying, you know, I've kind of reinvented myself. I am at the helm of things. I have a lot of responsibilities, but it hasn't stopped their feeling of connection here. They haven't been able to unbind themselves from it. And so they've tried to spend a lot of time trying to truly heal themselves of it, in a sense. But instead of healing themselves of it, it's like they understand now that there's a need for clarity, that's what they need. It's like they feel like they have some unfinished business with you. They have a need for clarity. We do have the Two of Bows decision with the Eight of Swords struggle. They've made their choice, but something is still holding them back from being able to approach you with this choice that they've made. Because we also have the Three of Wands. So very strong Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy here. But we also have this Three of Wands, which talks about what they know they need for this fulfillment. What do they know that they need? It's the clarity. It's making things that are in a confusing state, making it clear again. Because there is an acknowledgement that I've left somebody out in the cold. There is an acknowledgement that I'm not speaking to this person right now. We have the Magician. He is ruled by Mercury, which is the communication planet. He does wield the power over all of the elements. This person, I feel like maybe they have cut you out of their life, perhaps. There's just like this acknowledgement that I'm not communicating with this person. I've cut them out. Or vice versa, but they've had to endure they've had to endure this disconnect. And it has been something that has been a struggle that they've had to push through, but it's part of that struggle truly that has led to this ascension in them. And this is sort of all coming full circle because the two of you are energetically connected. There is this link, this innate knowledge inside of this person and inside of you that there's something deeper here. They want to communicate with you, though. They would like to close that gap between you. And I feel like they would settle for just that once. They'd settle for just an opportunity to clear the air between the two of you. Woo! We have the Not For You card coming out. This card sometimes comes out, it's like they're playing a game of chess. It's like they're weighing their options. And they try to be so logical, too. They're trying to be so logical. It's like they were trying to reinvent themselves here. We do have the Eight of Cups, the Rebirth card. It's like I was trying to reinvent myself in this disconnect. And partly I feel like they succeeded. But now it's like this confusion in their mind about whether or not this is something meant to be or whether or not it was all in their head. And we have the Thinker card coming out. They are very logical. They seem very logical, or they're trying to present themselves as extremely logical. We have Serendipity at the back of the deck. So I don't know if you see this person's name a lot or repeating numbers. That message came in earlier as well. So you have Despondence. So somebody in this connection is unhappy with the rate of speed at which this has come back full circle, or the rate of speed at which the rate of time at which you have been in disconnect. Very unhappy with the stagnancy here. We have self-worth. This is a message coming in from Spirit to just shine a light on your self-worth, truly. So often we wrap so much of our self-worth upon how others are treating us or feeling about us. And that should bear zero weight to how you feel about yourself. It's like you put yourself out in the cold. We do have enlightenment. This is and this is kind of separate from the love message coming in from Spirit, but it's just this message of you've been struggling with this since you were a child. And it's time to break old patterns, break generational themes, and you're the person to do that here. And because it bleeds into everything. It bleeds into how you feel about yourself, which bleeds into how you feel about other relationships, which makes its way into the decisions that you make, because we allow our self-esteem and our insecurities to choose to make our decisions for us. So it's a wonderful place to start in order to sort of help us feel less despondent about our current situation. We have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And we have playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. And we also have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. But for some of you, you may already have a commitment in place. We do have let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And I feel like this person is better at it at the waiting game than you are. There's a sense of that. They're a little bit better at it because they're looking at it a little bit more logically, and they're using their time a little bit more wisely in this situation, just because they seem to be truly ascending, moving forward, being the master of their own situation. That shaman, the magician, is truly wielding the power over the elements that he has control of right now. We do have engagement ring, engagement, partnership, commitment. So this person or you could actually be in a commitment. And like I said, we started out with this Forest Lovers card, the hand fasting. I thought about marriage when I saw that. So there could be marriages in place. So take that as it resonates. It's not a message for everyone. We have love call, someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So you could really, we have wedding rings, back of deck wedding rings, union, wedding, married, but soul connection, eternal love. Let's get some messages. How is this person currently feeling for you? I knew the first moment I saw you. I can't make the first move towards you. I'm afraid of rejection in this situation. It's funny because there's something holding you both back. Like they assume that something's holding you back, and you assume something's holding them, and they also are admitting that something is holding them back. And that was a message that sort of leaked into all three piles today, was this kind of mirrored energy. It's like people often will accuse you of feeling a way that they themselves are feeling. It's just a way of kind of deflecting our truth so that other people have to admit to us before we have to. It's to preserve our own ego. You send me mixed signals. Created that despondence perhaps in the past. The distance between us is killing me. And back of the deck says, you drive me crazy. In a physical way, but also just generally, you're driving me crazy. What do they wish that they could say, please? Group number 3, sorry. You give me an indescribable feeling. I want to be your knight in shining armor. It hurts my heart to hear your name. Aww. And then we have, where do I stand with you? I am wearing a mask in life. Your laugh is my favorite sound in the world. So you might have a very unique laugh, or it's very loud perhaps. There's something about your laugh. I'm going to make contact soon. So you could be in a no contact situation entirely from this person. Take that as it resonates. Always remember that these are for the general. Keep your chin up, says. Back of the deck says, I felt an instant connection. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group number 3. Charm bowl, please. How is their person currently thinking about them? Oops. Got 2 more that fell out. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the bowl for Teeny Tiny Tarot today. and we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Wands. So they see you as somebody extremely successful. They're looking at you like you have kind of made it. You've made it through obstacles, you've pushed through, you've done everything in life right, and you're sitting in a pretty enviable position here. There could be this motherhood vibe. You could be a parent, but you're sitting in a very secure place. So there is this essence of, they assume that you, first of all, they find you very attractive, but they assume that you are sitting in this really comfortable place practically, but emotionally you may be hiding some things, and hiding truths about this connection. This Six of Wands can sometimes scream to me about faking it till I make it. So take that as it resonates. We'll get you some charms. I think my charm bucket's getting too small. I'm going to have to find a new one. Oops, this one fell out. The whale tail and the soft heart fell out. The soft heart is my charm for home. My daughter made it when she was little. And it's just my beautiful symbol for something precious, something that makes me feel good when I think about it. We have S in the bowl. We have our Lord as a shepherd in the bowl as well. So there's this sense of being at the helm of something, being the shepherd. There is a parenthood vibe for me. We have wish, and we have out. So you could be completely out of contact with this person. There's a lot of desire here, though, in the wish. There's a lot of desire here, a lot of fantasy. But there we have the money bag. So finances could be a factor. There's a lot of there's a lot of this indicator that you are in a pretty good place financially, or vice versa, this person. But there's just practical issues at play here. Concerning the home as well, we do have the fish in the bowl with the fish tail. So Pisces energy very strong. The whale tail reminds us to go with the flow, allowing the situation to unfold naturally, like your one oracle card said, because sometimes we kind of get really transfixed upon a situation, and then our energy kind of slows down and stagnates things. It's about just letting things happen and being emotionally vulnerable when we're called to be. This fish in the bowl really makes me think of the Ten of Swords, and I always think about letting go of something that isn't serving me anymore, because it's creating this destruction, and there's nothing more that can be destructed in me. So it is about kind of letting go of things that our ego really, really wants. So sometimes this person wonders if there'll ever be an opportunity to get what they want in this situation. All right, group number 3, that is what I have for you. I wish you the very best of luck in this connection. I hope that this resonated, and if it did, I would love to hear about it in the comment section below. If you feel called to, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell and the like button so you don't miss out on videos that I post. I have a personal reading link down below if you're interested, and if you go to my page and it's empty, it just means I've sold out for that day. But I do update it every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so please check back. But mostly I hope that you come back and visit me here on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.